Just listen to this. When someone has no sense and think they're above good and evil, they end up going through some bad times, okay? Just take a look at the mess that the so-called influencer Peninha got his daughter into. The guy has thousands of followers here on YouTube. The guy's content is basically hate, 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 and more hate, right? He doesn't do anything else except preach violence against people. And everyone knows he'll never get into the United States, right? Yet he talks so badly about Americans, about the country. His daughter is there in the United States. And the guy decided to threaten Elon Musk, saying his daughter lives near Elon Musk and that she'll do, that's basically what he said, she'll do something terrible to Elon Musk after what happened with Charlie Kirk. You know, it's a topic we've been talking about a lot here. It's getting worldwide attention. It's because it brought out the good kind of hate in these more depraved people, you know? The good kind. Let me tell you the whole story here. His daughter might get in trouble with the American justice system because of him. See what a father does to his daughter. Hit that like button, smash it. Come and be part of our family by subscribing to the channel. And while you're at it, turn on the notification bell. Lots of news and information all day long. This is Elon, right? Look how mean he is, right? Elon will cover all the expenses for Charles's family in the United States. Really, there's a lot of commotion in the United States of America. Look how bad he is, right? Super bad, right? Elon Musk. The United States is in mourning, right, my friends? They're extremely sad because of what happened. Then this character shows up. I think you guys must have seen this soirette in many places. It's funny that we try to keep our composure. I mean, we don't swear, we don't use words of hate. We often react to the atrocities that people like this in the press commit. Obviously, we think everything they do against us is unfair, but this guy is never demonetized, never loses his social media, and always preaches the most hateful things out there. This guy here, someone called Peninha, this guy over here is disgusting, like disgusting. Just really trashy. But just look at what one person's hatred can do. A leftist daughter who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death is in the United States, and the consulate has been contacted. The daughter of Eduardo Bueno, who celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk, is in the United States. He suggested that she could carry out an attack at Elon Musk's house. Ramiro Rosario and Felipe Camosato sent an official letter to the United States Consulate in Porto Alegre, warning about the threat to the safety of Brazilians and Americans with these statements. Just imagine his daughter returning, she'll be deported.
We just sent an official letter to the American Consulate in Porto Alegre reporting Eduardo Bueno Peninha for celebrating Charlie Kirk's tragic death. But he did much more than that.
On September 10th, Eduardo Bueno stated on his YouTube channel, "Keep in mind his daughter lives in Austin, Texas, near Elon Musk's house." And he suggested that she could carry out an attack in that area. In such a tense atmosphere, this represents a serious threat that needs to be clarified. Listen for yourself.
My daughter is in Texas. Yeah, can you believe my daughter is in Austin, Texas? And what's worse is that she's close to one of Elon Musk's houses. I don't know what she's going to do there, but if something happens...
The danger goes beyond his words. Peninha has admitted to throwing stones and even a vehicle at elderly protesters in Porto Alegre. His violent behavior combined with this hate speech could incite followers to new acts. This raises risks for the American diplomatic corps, especially after recent consulate protests. We will not allow this escalation of violence in our city.
We really won't allow it. Given this history, it is imperative that Eduardo Bueno come forward to clarify his statements and be closely monitored. His combination of political radicalism, celebrating the death of conservative leaders, and direct and indirect incitement to violence. It threatens the safety of Brazilian and American citizens and diplomatic missions, both in our city and nationwide.
The atrocity is such that this man has the nerve to involve his own daughter. But who knows who his daughter is too, right? And what she's capable of doing. I mean, her father wanted this kind of things. Look, people found this on the internet. This is his daughter. It's Lizia Bueno, his daughter, who lives there in the United States because the left loves it, right? They hate the United States, but all their kids are there in the United States, all there in the United States. They all bash Trump, but they're all in the United States. I mean,
We forwarded it to the American Consulate.
the guy involved his own daughter. Can you imagine what kind of father that is? Saying his daughter lives near one of Elon Musk's houses and could do something terrible to him. The Pontifical Catholic University canceled the rental contract for the auditorium where he was going to perform. This guy performs shows all over Brazil. He's nefarious and performs shows, and believe it or not, he writes books. Who'd read a book by a disgusting guy like this one? Bookstores, just look. Travessa bookstore over there in Porto Alegre invites him to promote his books. Look at what Flavio writes, Flavio Gordon. It's hard to believe that Iguatemi, the Iguatemi shopping mall, would open its doors to someone who makes a living spreading hate, and who even goes so far as to celebrate on his social media the murder of a family man for political reasons. It would be a shame if Iguatemi became known as a safe haven for extremists. It's Iguatemi. It's outrageous. The Pontifical Catholic University did something, right? They canceled it, but let's see how long it stays like this. Sometimes they cancel it now, then in a month, when everyone forgot about it, they go back and allow him again. Because we know how these state and federal universities are. Here, he confesses, as you see in the video, that he threw stones and tried to run over elderly people. This guy isn't monitored. This guy doesn't lose his social media. This guy isn't in jail. This guy, nothing, 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 and nothing. And he constantly spews hate on social media all the time. The left loves these kinds of characters, right? They really do. You know, History Channel. I used to think that channel was one of the best years ago. But there's a factory of activists there, and that's where they fall short. Because this guy used to host a show there on History Channel. Eduardo Bueno, who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, hosted season 2 of the Politically Incorrect Guide on History. Because of that comment, I'm going to remove the series from the channel for future seasons. Everything has its limits. This is Leandro Nardoki, who's the producer of the show. Here, everyone has already commented, look, Lizia Bueno, who lives in Texas, is the daughter of the criminal Eduardo Bueno. She'll be deported by order of the State Department in the United States. It has already started. The offensive statements made by Eduardo. Charlie Kirk's murder led Secretary of State Marco Rubio to request deportation following Congressman Eduardo Bolsonaro's request. Eduardo Bolsonaro himself has forwarded it to Rubio. After watching videos of Bueno claiming his daughter could attack in Texas because she lives near Elon Musk's house, and realizing it was a direct threat, Rubio requested Lizia Bueno's deportation. Analysis of other Eduardo videos confirmed his mental instability. As the saying goes, loose lips sink ships. Of course you have to report it. It's obvious a guy like that is out of his mind. He's crazy. And remember, checking here at the comments, that Madureira. Here with Lula now, remember this guy once claimed he was right-wing? Oh man, this is a disgrace, right? It's impressive. It's impressive that this man would put his daughter in this kind of situation. She definitely has to be deported. We don't know, but I mean, if the father is like that, imagine what she's capable of doing. He's one of the most despicable people in this country. Look.
It's always terrible, right? An activist being killed for their ideas. Except when it's charged.
I won't even listen to the rest of it. They are bringing out everything they truly are. The sewer has really been opened. With people like that coming out. It's just a situation that, I mean, his daughter must have her life settled there in the United States and all. And now she might never be able to set foot there again I don't even know what this deportation is going to be like. And the truth is, they're going to end up in an unfortunate situation. And think about the Americans, how they're right now, upset, sad, and outraged with everything that happened. Seeing a guy like this do these atrocities and putting Elon Musk's life at risk. In the United States, there's Elon Musk, and he's the biggest figure on social media, for example, on X. The guy has, I think, over 220 million followers. Millions of followers. Just imagine how influential he is. And the representation he has worldwide. And we notice there are many individuals echoing all this evil, all this absurd propaganda from these people. Our dear city councilwoman from Porto Alegre, Mariana Lescano, note this man is also from Porto Alegre, who's an extremely influential person and has millions of followers, also spoke about this atrocity. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, this is Mariana Lescano, and Porto Alegre says no to the embarrassment that is Peninha. Eduardo Bueno, who poured out all his hatred against Charles Kirk, celebrating his murder, mocking his orphaned children, and claiming he supports the extermination of all those who think differently from him. He arrives in Porto Alegre for two events: the launch of his book at the Travessa bookstore in Iguatemi Mall and a show at the Pontifical Catholic University. We sent both places an email requesting the cancellation of these events, because it's not acceptable for companies to support someone who celebrates the murder of an innocent man and mocks his grieving family, is it? The university has confirmed they're canceling the event. And now we hope that Travessa bookstore, which is located in Iguatemi, will show the same sensitivity.
Is this bookstore willing to pay the price? Does it support all of this? What about Iguatemi Mall itself? Is it willing? Does it support all of this atrocity? Do they think it's right to bring people to participate in such events? It's already pretty absurd to even think that a bookstore has the nerve to invite a person like him, because it's not the first time he's done this. He's already wished death upon thousands of people here on social media. He's a totally hateful guy. And even so, bookstores, universities, and these places bring these people in to keep pushing their agenda, all this nonsense. Now imagine if the guy didn't have exposed this. And what if suddenly an atrocity happens, for example, with Elon Musk, just like it happened with Charlie? He's saying that his daughter lives nearby, and that his daughter might do the worst. Let's put it here just so you can see.
They've killed
It's this video here. I think it's this one.
my daughter. It's my daughter who's in Texas. Yeah, can you believe my daughter's in Austin, Texas?
Just a recap.
And what's worse, she's near one of Elon Musk's houses. I don't know what she's going to do there if something happens there.
And what if it's his daughter? Why? We don't know. We just don't know. He says his daughter lives near Elon Musk's house. Imagine the worldwide repercussions if someone from our country did something atrocious or tried something against Elon Musk. How wouldn't we become known? How wouldn't our nation become known? How wouldn't our country become known? We know that Yanja hates Elon Musk, that she and Felipe Neto too. We've already talked about him here today. Felipe Neto himself also hates Elon Musk. How wouldn't our country become known if they actually went through with it and did something so atrocious? This is just for us to reflect on. It needs to be thought about. Just the fact that they tried. Imagine that Americans aren't thinking about us, a guy like that wishing death on Americans. What must they be thinking? Wow, so there are the Brazilians? And this guy's daughter is living here and she might carry out an attack. He said it himself, he did. That Mike can carry out an attack on anyone here or on any authority. Let's hope the United States act quickly, because we don't know what the left might do. No one expected that this Antifa, as they've put it, the one responsible for this atrocity, would provoke this evil, this cruelty with an incredible human being who was Charlie Kirk. Wow. These people don't know what they're doing. Share this video on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Facebook. Hit that like button, smash it, because it helps us. And come be part of our family by subscribing to the channel, okay? It really helps our work a lot. I'll be back soon with more news and updates on the Paisifilos channel.